Hello everyone, welcome to Cardano Catalyst TV. I'm Mi Jung, the host, and today we welcome two special guests with us today, Justin and Marcella from Goodwall. Hi, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Okay, how are you, Marcella?
I'm good, well, thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you for being here. So could you please introduce with the community what is your proposal that you submitted for this fund and why do you have this idea?
Sure, sounds good. So I'll jump in. So I'm Justin. I'm a product manager here at Goodwall, and our goal is to engage and empower youth globally. So across the world, youth are essentially disconnected from the right types of learning and earning opportunities. So if we look at roughly 40% of global talent consists of Gen Z, we expect 1 billion people, like young people, to enter the workforce in the next decade. And of those, 628 million are not in education, employment, or training. So currently, there's a huge disconnect. There's a global skills gap between young talent and business needs. Youth, they don't necessarily have the way to gain access to the right kinds of opportunities, beyond a CV, or, if they're lucky to go to a good school or have referrals or whatever the case. And of course, COVID, climate crisis, this is only accelerating these trends and making it more difficult. So our mission is to level the playing field globally for youth. And we do that, we help them maximize their potential and impact on society positively. So our social network is connecting this next generation of youth to essentially opportunity. So our mobile first platform guides youth age typically 16 to 24, that Gen Z demographic, on their educational and career journeys through inclusive programs. And we'll get into the programs in a minute. But essentially, we leverage a community all across the world, a very strong ecosystem of partners. We've got UNICEF, the likes of Randstad, Generation U, all types of different partners all around the world to help them maximize their impact and impact their society in a positive way. And just some quick numbers here. We've got this is an old slide, but more than 2 million users globally in 150 plus countries. And I think our kind of sweet spot is definitely in, South Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, Latin countries, where we really, are trying to change the game there. So very quickly, what is a Goodwall program? The programs are essentially based around experiential learning and motivating users to equip them with the skills that they need for further career success and dignified livelihoods. So the most important thing is the reach. It's launched by Goodwall, those amazing partners we've got, local and international influencers. There's what we call a learning pathway, which is essentially a fun educational video series, thematic content and speaker sessions. There's experiential challenges, which could be pitch competitions. Eco micro tasking is one that we've got going on right now about how you can make a difference. Problem solving, creativity challenges. And then on top of that, there's this lifelong community, right? So the way that these work is that you post maybe a video or an achievement or something that you do related to that challenge. It would be a theme challenge mission. And of course, it's got a deadline, but at the end of that, you still have that lifelong community of engagement of members that you meet along that path. So the impact obviously on youth is skills development. So one of the really strongly held hypotheses that we have at Goodwall is that it's skills that are going to be the future. It's not going to be where you went to school or what kind of a CV you have. And we're really building the product in that direction and designing our programming around building those skills. Obviously, optimism for the future, access to opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise be on the radar, prizes and rewards. So it could be something like a cash prize, for example, or a free laptop, but could also be something like a trip to CERN, for example, which I think is pretty exciting. And obviously has a very kind of active citizenship and kind of politically minded youth. So in terms of the journey that they go through, so first, launch and learn. So these challenges are announced through youth influencers we have on the program, on the platform. They're curated contents and videos. They have how-to instructions, the kind of criteria you'd need to win, for example. Members will participate by sharing their ideas through typically videos. It could be images or text. So, we did a My Art program recently that was quite beautiful, to be honest. Really surprised at just the amount of talent that exists on the platform, but not everything has to be like a selfie video. There's all sorts of different formats. Based on the criteria, we select the winners. This could be, they're selected, they're celebrated, rewarded with monetary and in-kind rewards. But I think the important thing related to the wallet is the monetary reward. We can get into that in a minute. And then obviously alongside this is that peer-to-peer engagement, right? So members connect and support each other through their posts, their chat, hashtags, and groups. There's a lot of ways for them to keep engaging with the community, whether it's during a program or not. So moving to the wallet integration, I think this is really where we can add value here. Currently, most of our users are based in, as I said, maybe Africa or other regions. It could be something like Pakistan or Central Asia. Sending them monetary rewards through, some countries don't have IBANs. Sometimes PayPal doesn't work in various regions. TransferWise, similar services there, it's always a pain. And that means that, it's not just a pain logistically for us, but even for them to receive the money, it could take weeks, right? And, if you have tuition coming up in the fall, you need that payout now. So the proposal is for Goodwall to integrate with the Yoroi wallet for web and mobile. And that will allow the instant payouts of ADA, and users who are awarded a prize will only need to enter their wallet ID in order to receive the payments. So, we're basically plugged into the system. Once they're selected, the money is released immediately. In terms of goals and outcomes, so obviously the wallet being live for general use, the first transaction has taken place. It brings an impactful use case for Cardano with digital IDs, but obviously increasing the quality of existing products and integrations. So suggesting improvements that are supported by our user feedback. I think of course everyone's happy to participate and win challenges and prizes, but I think for the kind of monetary aspect and kind of with the advent of the benefits of blockchain and fintech, we really have an opportunity here to remove the pain in the process. And for the team involved, sorry. Yeah, so for the team involved, we've got our Chief Product Officer, Michaela. She's amazing at the strategy vision. Head of technology, who is running all the developers to kick things out correct and on time. Product managers, so there's myself and there's 2 other product managers on the team. And we've got a very talented group of developers, designers, QA people, marketing, all the right tools that are there to get us through the process.
I can see that this is a very solid and a very strong team behind your proposal as well, and also the explanation and also the feasibilities of the proposal that the community can see. It's totally makeable. Like that is going to be a huge success. Okay, so I can see the timeline you are showing right now. So can you share more detail of your timeline?
Sure. Yeah, we split this up into 3 phases. So the first week is the program preparation. So basically, you get in the team to scope it out, right? And, see what needs doing, rollout integration, design on kind of the front end and Figma to figure out how it's going to work. It says in our existing architecture, that's both kind of with our visual identity, but also with obviously our backend architecture and that sort of thing. At the same time, marketing will get into developing content to explain how the wallet will work to our users, because this could be something, there's some people like the data science channel, for example, that are very, very active and very switched on. But I think for a lot of users, this will be new. And I think the marketing will very much help them through that phase. Second phase is the execution, obviously. So development of the wallet integration with Yoroi, start and add ADA, into the account, have it as a payout option. Once completed, obviously the implementation goes through QA for testing, just to make sure that those first couple, the equivalent of the nickels and dimes don't, it all goes squeaky clean. And then phase 3 is the program results. So we'll market the new offering to pay out instantly in ADA, and we'll track the usage of ADA for payouts going forward.
Yes, thank you. So I just want to have one more question for you, is that to track those phases of your team, so where can the community track them?
Yeah, good question. I guess whatever kind of system works best for you, if it be something like a Slack channel or something on Telegram, or, opening up Jira, or, I'm trying to think of what is kind of the best way. We've got obviously our own kind of internal processes to obviously measure absolutely everything. But I guess the question is, whatever kind of format that the community would like in order to be able to track the progress, we're happy to make that work.
Okay, yes, that's awesome. So next question for you is that to ask for people vote, do you have anything else to share with them?
Sorry, what?
Yes, so to ask for people vote, do you have anything else to share with them?
For people to vote. Yeah, I think that this is a pretty amazing opportunity. I think we're in a very kind of unique place. I mean, people have been talking about how technology is going to improve education, for decades, right? And has it, a little bit, right? But it hasn't really gotten to the point that, if there was an equivalent kind of platform, related to something else, sports or whatever in the US, it's a different story. I think this right now with Goodwall, I think we're really get the opportunity that we're finally bringing value to our users. And I think, not having to deal with the headaches of international money transfer, I think is really going to move the dial for them. So for that, I would really appreciate the vote.
Thank you, Justin, and thank you, Marcella, for your sharing today. And this is a very wonderful proposal, which brings a big impact to the community, especially the youth and the next generation. So if you are interested in the proposal or you would like to vote for it, please come to IDScale and also the voting app and search for the wallet integration. Okay, so maybe another keyword is Goodwall, but the main keyword is wallet integration. So please comment, kudos, and also give any suggestion that you might have to the teams to help them build up this wonderful proposal and help build up the Cardano ecosystem in the future. So thank you, Justin.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to speak.
Yes, so thank you. And thank you everyone for watching Cardano Catalyst TV, and I'm Nita.